Hello, welcome back to Waves of Thinking. My name is Elana. I am joined by Matt, and he just gave a really interesting talk about how Unilever thinks about de-risking reformulation. Would you like to introduce yourself, Matt?
Sure. My name is Matt Annecharico. I've been in CPG for about 15 years. And currently, I'm really focused on understanding the consumer and making sure we land innovations that meet and beat their needs. And some of that has to do with reformulating products and making sure that we de-risk the launch.
Yeah, and it's so important, especially when there are really high stakes moments and you have to have quick turnaround in order to meet regulation deadlines and to be ahead of really what the industry is doing. So, when you had to take this pretty big problem and approach it, what are the three things that really made a difference in delivering those business decisions to your stakeholders?
It's a great question. I think the first answer would be really understanding your consumer, making
Hmm.
sure that you have the right consumer that you're speaking to, putting the right products in front of them,
Hmm.
and then also the sensitivity, right?
Yeah.
Making sure that the study is designed in a way that's going to be sensitive for any change to be detected, and that comes down to the sample size, making sure you have a large enough n size that
Hmm.
you can really get that statistical significance. And those two elements really kind of build the confidence. I always say
Right.
like to have confidence in your launch, you have to have robust study design and you have to have quality panelists. And
Yeah.
that comes from those 2 points.
Right. Your data quality, you said, was so important to you in order to make sure you're reaching the right audience and you're confident in the data that you're collecting.
Yeah.
What
Yep.
else?
Well, I think it also comes down to a good partner. You want to make sure that you have a
Hmm.
partner that you can work with that's able to really kind of select the right panelists, right?
Hmm.
It's often a challenge to find individuals, consumers that are using on a regular basis a very distinct and specific variant of a product. So kind of having that ability to really recruit the right panelists with the
Hmm.
right partner was very, very important.
Yeah. And you also spoke about the importance of having a platform that took some of the pain out of, we're all familiar with it, the Word docs, the
Yes.
email chain.
Yeah.
So what did that mean for how you, approached your research differently?
Absolutely. I say declutter your inbox to declutter your mind. We've all, anybody, researcher, especially if you're working on multiple projects at once, you're constantly racking your brain. Did I send that updated screener
Hmm.
version 3 to this vendor? There's a lot of a mental load and email load in terms of kind of doing back and forth the traditional way.
Hmm.
Having one platform, one single source of truth eliminates that. Not only in terms of the results, but even before the studies in field, having all of those major milestones in one place where everybody can see that progress and making sure that all of those different elements of the study design are in place prior to launch, it
Hmm.
just saves you a bunch of energy.
Mhm,
Yeah.
absolutely. And you also spoke briefly about the importance of having that live data view,
Yeah.
and also having decision ready insights delivered. So, how was that instrumental to making that 3-week turnaround possible?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So this platform enabled us to see results as they came pouring in
Hmm.
from the panelists because they're using the same digital platform to input their responses in, and so that immediately starts to populate in the platform. And that does two things for me. One is it ensures me that the study is progressing properly, right?
Hmm.
It's actually advancing, it's coming to completion in a timely manner. Which is great because I can now manage my stakeholders. And
Hmm.
yes, we are on track, but then also I can start to see that data populate in a way that trends start to form,
Yeah,
right? And we might not have the statistical significance, we might not have all the respondents in, but I can start to formulate hypotheses or
sure.
some sort of conclusions, and actually be proactive in terms of putting together a summary
Yeah.
for a report. So then once the study is complete, I don't have to digest it. It's already kind of digested, and
Mhm.
I can then execute and then run it up the flagpole.
Right. And when you have AI powered platforms that can deliver these perfectly designed charts and summaries of your data, that makes everything happen even more quickly.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. No, it was
Well,
a wonderful experience.
yeah. Thank you for sharing. It was really nice to have you, Matt. This has been Ways Thinking. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.